Welcome to Jersey Line. Pat O'Melia here, your pro football prognosticator who had a hell of a week last week. 10-4, lost on the Jetsies. San Francisco I lost on. They won, but they didn't cover. Dallas, Philadelphia, I lost on Dallas. And Pittsburgh. Thank you, Danny Rivera, Pittsburgh fan. But Pittsburgh has been good all year. Now, there's no more Saturday games, no more Thursday. Tonight we're taping this on a Monday. So we still got a game to go, but because of the holiday week, we're shooting early this week. So yeah, the Monday night is over. We're in, we got a week, and then we're into the playoffs. So let's begin. As I crack this, remember, bet with your head, don't bet more than you can afford. If you have a gambling problem, call this number. But the only people with gambling problems are the people who don't win. Nobody ever said I got a gambling problem when I keep winning every week. So actually we can do another 10-4, and I still got the Monday night game to go. 10-4, here we go, 1 o'clock. Most of these games are on 1 o'clock. Tennessee at Houston. Houston, I like Tennessee. They're a solid team, but Houston has got their act together. They're getting 5 points, and they're at home. I'm taking Houston. 1 o'clock game. Cleveland, terrible, disaster, dysfunctional team. At Cincinnati. Cincinnati's going to have the #1 draft pick next year. Watch this team. They are solid. They play well. They've been my point spread honeys all year. I'm going to take them again against Cleveland, getting 2.5, and they're at home. 1 o'clock game, Chicago at Minnesota. Got to make some decisions on Trubisky there. I'm going to take Minnesota. They're getting ready for the playoffs. Minnesota -7.5. My lock of the week. Indianapolis versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville has issues. Just got rid of Tom Coughlin. They fired Tom, our ex-Giant coach. My lock of the week, I am taking Indianapolis at Jacksonville. Indianapolis -3.5. 1 o'clock, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Atlanta woke up. They got talent. Too far into the season, they're not going anywhere. They'll be lucky if they save their head coach's job. But I'm going to take Atlanta against Tampa Bay. Atlanta +1. 1 o'clock game, Washington at Dallas. They're done. They're done. And Philadelphia, I'll get into that game, but they're going to be really on a high edge. I'm going to take Washington, big spot, 11 against Dallas. And it's at Dallas, but big problems with Dallas. 1 o'clock game, New Orleans at Carolina. Another big spot, 13. I'm taking New Orleans because Carolina is a dysfunctional team. So that's New Orleans -13. 1 o'clock game, Philadelphia at my New York Football Giants. They're going to beat the New York Football Giants by over 4.5 points, and they will win the division. 1 o'clock game, then Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know what quarterback they're on like 4th quarterback this year, but they are still a consistent team. At Baltimore, Ravens are destined. And it's a small spot. It's Ravens at home -3. I'm going to take those Ravens at home -3. They locked #1 seed through the playoffs, the Ravens. So hopefully they're going to play well. 1 o'clock game, Jets at the Buffaloes. Jets surprised me last week. I don't think they're going to surprise me this week. I'm taking Buffalo -1 point. 1 o'clock game, Miami at New England. 16.5 points. Now, New England, solid team as we all know. 11 years in a row they won the division. But it's 16.5 points, and Miami manages to hang in there. So I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins plus 16.5 points. 1 o'clock game, Green Bay at Detroit. Aaron Rodgers is on a mission. I'm going to take Green Bay -10. As soon as I get my index cards unconnect here. Again, Green Bay -10 against Detroit. 1 o'clock game, Chargers at KC. 7.5 points, but Phillip Rivers will lose it at the end. So take KC -7.5, and they're at home. 4 o'clock game, Arizona at the Rams. Arizona, they're going to be an interesting team next year. They were one of my favorites with the spread this year. But they're at the Rams, and the Rams are up against it. And they played well last week. I'm going to take the Rams -7. But I do like Arizona. 8 o'clock game, San Francisco at Seattle. Like Seattle, like San Francisco, it's going to be a tough game. I got a home dog getting 3, and it's the Seattle Seahawks getting those 3. So I'm taking Seattle. And the last game of the week, 4 o'clock game, is Oakland at Denver. Oakland's going off to Vegas. Denver, I'm telling you, the Drew Luck kid, I think this kid's got a future. Elway may have hit some gold here with this kid. I'm taking Denver minus the 4. Merry Christmas. I'll see you next week. Bet wise, bet with me. Good night.